Howard was born into struggle. Our country's war against itself ended, and freedom rang out. Shots rang out too.
What price are you talking about, sir?
The price of freedom is death.
All over the country, General Oliver Otis Howard was planting freedmen's schools.
Howard is actually the first free school in the South.
This was the only high school for African Americans in the city. It's nothing anybody can replace.
But as the history of Howard would prove, integration never happens overnight. Ed Johnson, a black man falsely convicted of rape, was shot and hung from the Walnut Street Bridge as a sign.
It was a segregated society. It was not integration.
The churches were deeply segregated. The YMCA was segregated.
So much consternation all over the country.
Colored or Negro or black.
That anytime I got on the bus after that, I always went as far back as I could.
This is a southern city where department stores refuse lunch counter service to Negro students.
Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
They actually were the first high school group that led sit-ins. They protested for equal rights.
1965, I think, is when the first schools were integrated.
No, we are not satisfied, and we will not be satisfied until justice rolls down like waters.
And this is 1969, 70, 71, right after Martin Luther King was killed. There was great education going on. There was a great challenge. There was a great pride.
I think it's a powerful symbol, not just for the city, but for the African American community in the city.
Communities started to break apart, leaving poor families from the South Side as the school's central population.
It was kind of a forgotten school. It was the school that was allowed to fail.
Of the 4 million students who enter high school every year, almost 1.3 million will drop out before graduation.
In the early 90s, there wasn't a lot of accountability for high school. And then all of a sudden, accountability comes in, and it comes in real big.
We do whatever it takes to get kids across the finish line.
Under No Child Left Behind, unfortunately, many states dummied down standards, reduced them. We're actually lying to children, lying to parents, because it made politicians look good.
But don't come up with this law called No Child Left Behind and then leave the money behind.
A total of more than $4 billion in grants to turn around America's lowest performing school.
Howard High School is one of the schools that's in the bottom 5%.
What will it take to change the future for students at Howard High School of Academics and Technology?
We're talking about a school that's had, years and years of failure.
People who can afford it send their children to private schools.
We're probably just avoiding dealing with the problem in our public schools.
There's a lot of people that just don't believe that kids here can do it.
There's not a plan for Howard beyond Howard.
Now the state of Tennessee is stepping into the fight.